Oh boy. I'm ready for some video games. I'm ready for some video games. I was going to make the point. Shout outs to Markiplier. If it hasn't been mentioned in enough of my videos by now, he's my muse when it comes to YouTube stuff. I just am in awe of all the work he's done, both, as a content creator, as a gamer, everything. Just really in awe. But also, I just keep stumbling upon things in the process of doing this that are damn, this is why Mark does this. And it's just wow, that dude is really smart. It's his genius, that's how he refers to it in some videos. You don't think it's a good idea, and then you're like, wow, that is a really stupid good idea. It's incredible. Anyway, it's it's YouTuber stuff, so I'm not going to bore you with the details, but might be doing some more streaming soon. Anyway, this is not about streaming. This is about Dave, man. Dave the Diver. I've mentioned this game more than a couple of times. First off, let me apologize for the audio on this one. You probably noticed behind me. I'm not in my bedroom anymore. I got a table. Said table is in my living room, so now I'm recording in my living room. I just discovered it sounds like a flipping, auditorium in here, but we're working on it. Also, the second I got in here to record, somebody decided it was a good time for them to mow their lawn, so you may also be hearing a little bit of that in the background, but that's all right, man. We're going to try and play some video games here. So I've mentioned I'm going on vacation. This week, if you've followed along the video narrative, I'm going on vacation. From my regular life, really. Cinemalt HQ, yeah. Going up to New Jersey, going to go see some, I got cousins up there, I got family up there. So, gonna go see some of them do some awesome stuff. Maybe do some awesome stuff myself while I'm there. Anyway, as a result of getting ready for the trip and being lazy and depressed and God knows whatever else, I've been a little bit behind on the channel, there's some games I'm way ahead on, and then others I just dropped off, so I apologize to anybody who was expecting a video of Hollow Knight this week. You saw the last one, you know why I need a break. Anyway, I'm going back to that just as soon as I get some more time on my hands, just as soon as I get more faculties to do it. It's not like I'm stopping, but I do got to get some videos up because I'm really obsessed with this YouTube channel. So I want to take a chance and finally do some Dave, both because I love this game, talked about it a lot, and more importantly, I'm finally out of it. I ran out of Dave. I've played this game to death, which is not entirely true. There is some DLC from both Dredge and I think Godzilla that was either released or is going to be released soon. So I'm going to investigate those things. And as soon as I have them, probably do some more recordings just because, I'll definitely be playing them. I don't know if I'll record them. It kind of depends on how this video goes. Anywho, where are we at? We're at 11:26. That's fine. But we need to... No, you're good. You're good, actually. We're probably going to buy some more chicken feed. Definitely going to play the DLC. We'll record it if you guys want to see it. I definitely recommend you want to see it, but hey, you guys are what you guys are. Point being, if you haven't heard about this game, if I haven't talked about it, if you've never seen it, this is literally a game about running a sushi restaurant. It's hilarious, legitimately hilarious, and it's from somebody who criticizes comedy and entertainment a lot. This game is hilarious. It's a great video game to play. It's huge, and it's accessible. What a lot of video games are that are huge nowadays is that they're not accessible. There's it's a huge game full of majesty, and 1% of the players can do that. This game now, man, anybody can do this. Anybody can play Dave. You guys see what I'm doing? This is all administrative stuff, which is why this is why I'm talking. We're about to get in the water in a minute. I had to visit my fish farm where all my fish are, send them to the shop here, and then I went to the farm where all my crops are, send them to the farm. As you play the game, you unlock all these things, it's an organic process. They don't just dump it on you at the beginning. And it's done really well. You're hearing now, the soundtrack is one of my favorite songs in just, songs. You get to feed the cats, man. You start with no cats, and then you get a cat. The soundtrack isn't on anything yet that I found, but, I got my ways. I found it. Anyway, it'll be a later episode because we got a lot of fishing to do. But you do get to run the restaurant, too. There's a whole element there. But today, The game itself is broken up into days and times of day. So you have a morning phase, an afternoon phase, and a night phase. Night phase is when you run the restaurant until later in the game. You also get to do some fishing. Normally, you just do fishing during the day. We're in morning right now, so we're gonna go for a dive now. The diving it's a lot. That's the crux of the game. Fishing. There are weapons to unlock. There are things to buy. Like there's a whole. In fact, we're gonna look at some of it because I've already unlocked all the upgrades. We're not gonna screw around the menus because you guys have heard me complain about menus. But there are some fun cinematics I'd like you guys to see if I have any available, and I don't. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get in the water, and we're gonna do some killing. Well, let me check. Let me check real fast. I'm sorry about this. I should have done this before the work. I'm just checking to see what I haven't caught yet. All right, so a mega mouth shark. Yeah, right, and the marlin. I don't know if we're going to be able to get... Well, we're going to do some... Let's just go to town, right? Because there's two real ways to do the dive. You can either go down there, and like catch everything or whatever, or you can go down there and just like kill everything. Obviously, it's fishing, right? So even after it's dead, you get meat or whatever. But like, look at all these fun weapons, right? Ooh, the Blackhole launcher. I forgot. I bought this thing. We're going to try this out because I've never used it. Like, I beat the game without a lot of the fun tools I have right now. Like I started unlocking them after I finished the narrative. So I never had a reason to use them because I was good enough with the regular stuff. But now I got some real OG weapons, some real OD stuff to use. So it's like, it's going to be interesting. It'll take me a second to get the controls, if only because I haven't used this PlayStation controller on my PC. I normally play this on the deck in my bed. But, come on. I'm hoping the performance is good too. I would hate to have to drop down the resolution even further, but... Look at that. That's a little bit slow, but no, it's working. Okay, so right, R1, R2, square. Oh, the buttons are even there? God, these guys. So, this is the game, right? For starters, if this interests you, like if you want to get more context on any of this, get over here. There's already a couple of videos of this on my channel, right? Like I already did a few episodes. I think you're on the list. No, not you. The little guy. I missed. Get over here. Is that the one? Let's check. So, having already done everything in the game, really all I have to do left, and this is why I can't play it anymore because it's such a stupid task, is to get 3-star versions of all the fish. There's like maybe 2 fish in the game I haven't caught yet, so they're all procreating in my fish farm. And then there's a couple that like I don't have 3 stars of yet. So, I gotta deal with that. But other than that, I got nothing else to do. So... Anyway, the lion's share of the game, there's missions to do down here. They send you down here for reasons. You listen to this tight music just the whole time. Oh, God, I love this song. As you go on, you unlock greater depths. Look at that weird weapon. That's a baseball bat. All right, so this guy sucks. So he's probably actually going to hit me a lot, but you're going to get to see this cool weapon I got. Oh, it's okay. It's got a launch. Come here. Come here. It's called a thresher shark. There's a lot of sharks, and the sharks are mean. Whiff. All right, come here. Oh my God, look at it. Oh God. Get in the venom web. Ah. Yeah, you're dead. Sorry, buddy. And then so all these little fish that I killed got caught in the gravity well. You just pick them up, but the big ones, you can cut them up for pieces, because you do need some of the pieces, both for fish, meat, and for just like upgrading weapons and stuff. And you get drones, right? Call a drone in. Get this low life out of my sight. Or more. So the guy who does all the like kind of mercenary stuff for you, like the drones and whatnot, his name is Cobra. So what I usually do is just shout Cobra, but that's because I'm a dork. You unlock crab boxes, so you can like drop off meat that you've caught in the ocean, and like that's going on. What I'm doing is I'm getting these treasure chests. That's how you stay in the water. The O2 down there in the bottom left, I think I'm in the upper right hand corner, like literally my face is up there. Oops. So I'll try not to do anything in the upper right hand corner of the map, but I also shrunk myself down so you wouldn't have to see too much of myself, because I want people to see this game because it's beautiful. Get in the well, son. Oh my God, this weapon is great. Alright, so, but there's a reason to do both things. Like, you cut them up because you do need parts, and sometimes when you cut them up, you get rare parts. Like, let's see, I got the meat. Did I get the thing I need? Right, that electroplex. I need that for a weapon, and if I'd hauled him off in a drone, I wouldn't have got it. So you do have to, like, consider. Now, if you haul him off in the drone, you get the ability to, for starters, you might get more roe from them, which you need to, like, get your own if roe is fish eggs. But also, you get more meat that way. Like, if you cut them up yourself, you only get so much, and also, like, you have to carry it. Like, you've got an inventory here, and your inventory fills up. That's also down there in the bottom left. Let's see if I can find some scripts, because there's also scripts. Ooh, need this fragment. Anyway, this is the whole game, right? It's like, as you go through this thing, like, these you can get them. I don't need them, but, like, just showing you guys, you can do them. There's tons of fish, tons. Like, look at this thing, this weird thing over here. Get gravity weld, son. You guys, the weapons in this game are so ludicrous. It starts off with just, like, this little knife I got, and oops. The harpoon is dope, right? It's customary to say get over here whenever you use this, but, like, I understand if you don't. I recommend it, though. It feels really good. Like, this big guy, you can't really get over here, and he just dies. Oh, am I strong enough? I'm strong enough! There's, like, mini games for every day, but see, he's dead now, right? I can't get him because he's a big fish. You gotta put him in a drone. So, I'm gonna chop him up. But all these fish here that are, like, many at the top anyway, because the game gets real deep. You think 185, we're gonna go deep. Maybe not in this recording, but maybe in this recording. We'll see how far I go. Come on, man, stop. Yeah. There's just reasons to catch them both ways, all different ways, and some of them, are easier to do others. There's upgrades for stuff, like that was an upgrade for my tip, right? So now it's not gonna matter against them, catch them immediately, but if there's something big that takes more than one harpoon to take down, you see that, like, shocking effect? That now I actually have, like, a debuff on my harpoon that I can apply to fish while I'm swimming. Oh, my crab box is done, but it's fine. So they send you down here over and over, right? Like this one, well, I probably can't kill him. Oh, he's hostile. He's coming right for me. Get over here. And you're dead. All right. Yeah, so a lot of them are very, very, very hostile. As you progress through the game, more fish appear. You don't start off with, like, the really dangerous fish. Also, you don't start off with the ability to dive this deep. In the beginning, it's right, like, there's a crappy sword and there's a good sword. The good sword, it has, like, a sick charge attack. The crappy sword, alright, well, it's fun. Now I have 2 sets of batteries. You learn, alright, so, were you on the list? No, you can die. Come here. Get weld, son. Gravity well. But the lore on the fish is super deep. Like, every loading screen, they pop up, fish facts. And the game, I'm not going to bore you with the details, but it's like, so these are all the fish. There's so many fish, y'all. Some of them are fake, there's these fake ones near the end, but, like, they're just real fish. They found a way to put them all in the game. It's crazy. There's descriptions, all that. So if you're into fishing, if you're into fish, check it out. And like I said, this game is not hard. I play it like a lunatic because I play every game like a lunatic, but, like, if you want to just, like, the gravity well is so dope. Because it gravities them and it poisons them. Oh god, he's free. Ah. It does get a little stressful from time to time. There are a couple of the sharks. Oh, you son of a... Oh my god, he got me. See, he poisoned me. But I have so I mentioned earlier briefly, your health, what actually controls the length of your dive, is your oxygen down there. You can replenish your oxygen a couple different ways while you're down here. One of the things I bought on my way in allowed me to replenish it once, and I accidentally used it because I pressed the wrong button. But there's pickups down here that will, like, replenish your health. You find new guns down here. That's how you unlock the new guns. Is every time you get one in the ocean, you get a blueprint, and your other dude can build them. But by now, I have all the guns. I'm just unlocking upgrades. So the cool thing is, if you already have the gun or you don't want the gun, you can disassemble it for parts, which is what you use to upgrade even, like, other guns. But yeah, so this is like a water pickup. So now I'm at 353. That'll fill me all the way back up. You don't start with these kind of numbers. These are late in the game numbers. These things will get you out of Dodge because normally the only way you can get out of the ocean is to actually swim all the way back out. But there's these little escape pods throughout the ocean that'll get you back out. So if you're having a bad time, if you're overloaded, or if you're just sick of it, oh god, it's hostile little sons of guns, right? Sometimes, you just get molested via drive-through by a large bit, but I actually need to catch that fish. That's one of the fish. It's on the list, I have not already caught. It doesn't matter. You guys don't care that much. If you want to know about, like play the game, then you'll care about catching fish. But the reason I haven't recorded a lot of it is because, number one, there's already a couple videos on my channel. They didn't do well. And like this game is not very conducive to commentary, if only because it probably is, right? But it's just like the way I play it is super chill. This is one of the few games that I could not find a way to stress out during. This is one that I can carry around for oxygen, so now I can go about my business, and if I get low, I can use this to bump myself back up. But it was just a bad experience when I tried to do it with commentary. I've kind of figured it out now. But now I'm, oh god, you're dead. Man, this gun rocks. What do you got for me? Hush Dart. Hush Dart is fun. Here, let me just show you what it does. You switch to it first. Oops. I'm so bad. Come here. Get darted, son. And then, you wait a minute. Man, this Hush Dart sucks. And it fell asleep. And then once it's asleep, you can just get it. That's how you get a 3-star version of the fish instead of the normal, crappy 1-star. Because when you kill them, you only get 1 star. If you catch them with the harpoon gun, you can get them up to 2-star, but it's still not great. Those still aren't great numbers. And then there are a number of weapons that are designed just to catch them, preserve them. And that's how you get the 3-star fishies. The fishies, at least. There's so many things to catch. Like I said, there's icons on the screen now. You can't see one of them because of where my head is. There it is. That my crab box is full, so I can go check on that. I actually need some of these, don't I? How do you get these? Oh, wait, is Hush Dart still up here? I disassembled it. Ugh. Let me see what I can do. So, I got a net, so now that's how you catch shrimp. Which, the cool thing about all this is, right, so after you go through all this trouble of, I'm just going to try and see, I need this thing. And if you kill them and catch them, you don't exactly get one, but you may get roe. You may get fish eggs, and then you take that back to your farm, and you may hatch a couple that you can use. So it's not a total loss if you don't have a good catching gun, but it does affect your ability to do these things. And I think I mentioned that I might sound like a coliseum. I can hear it now. I apologize. Yeah, that was even my verbiage. I never finished the terms. Anyway, we're pretty deep now as far as the game goes. You're definitely a couple days of gameplay in before you get this deep. Start to see these tubes, these crazy anglerfish. Come here, anglerfish. Get over here. Alright, he's coming with me, but I only got a 2-star, see, because he had to die. If I had that Hush Dart, then I could do it. I could get a 3-star variant, but that only, the big ones, the Hush Dart doesn't work on the big ones, got some miso. And remember, all of this, and this is why I love the game so much. All of this is to facilitate running a restaurant, right? All this crazy fishing, all these crazy mini games, all this, it culminates in what you guys will see in 2 episodes, because I'm going to do another episode of diving. It culminates in, you run a restaurant, so you're these, if I wasn't just screwing around, I'm just swimming around catching stuff because I can catch stuff and I got the inventory space. I'm going to fill my oxygen back up here. Please don't hurt, please don't hurt, please don't hurt, please don't hurt, please don't hurt. They don't instant kill you, but they do hurt and they can combo you. It could get bad real fast if you hit some spikes and then like a big old mean shark is nearby and it goes bad, right? Like this is definitely trying to kill me. See what it was trying to do to me? That's the game. You do have to keep your eye open for stuff like that, but that's why they have these escape pods here. You know, like I'm all guts, all glory, I'm just gonna keep going, but if you were sick of it, you could just hit this and just be out. Help your anxiety. You know, there's oxygen everywhere if you just want to play it slow, and there's still fish. You know, like I'm trying to catch some very specific fish. I need to catch this thing. This moray eel up here, he sucks, but I need these cuttlefish. Come here, cuttlefish. Oh, I see a shark over there. Do I? Yeah, who's that? Oh, hammer time. Get in the well. Ah! The worst. Leave me alone. It's not big enough to, but it's a threat. Like, it's annoying. It has a lot of HP, so like when you're early in the game, you can't escape. You can't get me. Oh my god, he almost escaped. The hammerhead is one of the later ones. It's really mean. It's really fast, and it has that. Well, let's just see if I can get it to do it. It might die before it tries. One, right. It does that crazy hammer attack, and until you have some speed upgrades, you're getting hammered. Anyway, now I have this, the ultimate weapon. But hammer, you know, like the great thing about, so the reason that's cool is because the game forces you to kill them, and the fishes, or the sharks, have like some of the best meat. They make some of the best dishes in the game. So if you get good at killing the sharks, you actually like automatically get, you know, like better at the restaurant segment of the game, just, you know, by virtue of doing it. It's not like being good at this, like it pays off. That being said, you don't have to be like a dynamo at fishing to run the restaurant and vice versa. You don't have to do, yeah, this is the dope sword, which you need the knife to do some, but it does this, right? You'll see in the next episode, the melee weapons, they're not quite as cool as the guns. You know, the guns are really, like most of them are really sick. Whereas most of the melee weapons are jokes, or they have like a really like one fun application. Anyway, they're mostly, you know, like it's hard because the fish, it's like, I'm gonna get that guy, but like you imagine nailing one of them sharks with that kind of attack, it ain't easy. But you upgrade the knife over the course of the story, and you don't need them anymore. So it's kind of like maybe they just added them in to have melee weapons. They didn't exactly plan on it being a huge part of the gameplay. Anyway, deeper down we go. We haven't even broken 100 yet. I'm sorry, I've been dilly-dallying. I haven't played in a while, because again, I'm out of gameplay. So this is all really, really old hat. Oh, did I just went around? Ah! Get over here. Yeah, I went around in a big circle. But that's the game, right? And I'm not going to bore you with any of the story details, also because I maybe recorded a bunch of it already. But all these offshoot caves here, that's where the story scenes happen. There's boss fights. There's, you know, honestly, sign up for early access, because there's a bunch of recordings on there that I've, you know, they're never going to wind up on the channel because I almost never do non-commentary videos anymore. Yeah, but if you like this, and you want to see more, there is some Dave the Diver content on my channel. Now that being said, if you guys really like this video, number one, I'm already going to install the DLC, but I'll definitely come back. But even at current, you know, I don't know how long we're recording now because I forgot to put any of my timers on, so I'm probably going to have to edit this down. That sucks. Anyway, well, we're just going to keep diving, right? We're going to do less hunting and more diving. We're just going to get to the Sea People Village. Here's another shark we can kill. Oh, so many things in the well. You can't escape me. Your meat is mine. I was gonna do, there's in my brain I've kind of divided the game up into 3 sections. My inventory is actually filling up, but you can pitch your inventory really fast too, right? Like it's all ranked, it's all blah blah blah. So I'm just like, I don't need this tiger shark meat, which I don't need any of it, but for the sake of like, you know, like, because you do, if you carry it home, you do get the meat, right? Which is of some use versus just waiting for it to grow. The problem is, like, I've caught everything. I figured everything out, so I don't even really like diving that much anymore. You know, there was a period of time when, like, just diving was a huge satisfaction for me gameplay-wise. So usually I fast forward through those parts now, and I just jump ahead to the restaurant segment, because that's where, number one, that's the only part of the game I still have left to do. And number two, that's my favorite part. Yeah, give me free bullets. So as the plot goes on, you get deeper and deeper in the ocean, do more and more crazy stuff for more and more crazy people. The cast is insane. There's tons of parody characters from other games, crossovers to the real world, like nothing official or anything, but they're all, you know, like they're making fun of very specific cooks, media personalities, etc. But it's all very well written. It's all very funny. It's all very well animated too. If you know, like, to say nothing of the 2D art style, which, you know, if you're turned off by this, shame on you. But more to the point, this game has some of the most fantastic animated cinema scenes I've seen in a game in a very long time. The characters have a ton of personality. The art style is great, right? Like, I need these. I know I'm pressing the wrong button. I'm sorry. We'll dump the tiger shark and dump the. I don't need any of it, right? I don't need any of it. I just try not to dump the stuff that is high quality out of habit. We'll catch one of those. Cleon. I don't even know what that is. I'm pretty confident they invented some fish for this game, but I know not enough about fish that it's entirely possible that all this is legitimate. Hey, can I get you in the well? This thing is the worst, man. This thing, like, even at my ridiculously over-leveled in this game. Yeah, you're dead now. God, I hate that thing. Right? And you go through all that work and you only get it because you can't get it with the spear gun. The harpoon gun doesn't get it. So you gotta wait until you have a very special weapon just to, or you can drop a rock on them. But the rock, again, it's, you know, you gotta carry a rock around. I'm trying to get to the Sea People Village, which is, I don't want to say the halfway point in the game, but it's pretty deep in the game. It turns out, you know, there's a society of people living under the ocean, and you get to interact with them, and it gives you kind of a secondary base of operations to do stuff. Anyway, what I learned to do was kind of divide the game up into, in the morning segment, I would do an early dive, which would take care of the parts before the Sea Village, and then in the afternoon dive, I would do below the Sea People Village. That's how I've been playing for the past week or so, because I've had, you know, the ability to go anywhere in the map. When you don't have everything, like, this is a net gun, and these are fun, because this is how, before you get some real killer guns, oops, sorry, it didn't even get it. Oops. There you go, right? Let's see, I got a 3-star for that one. So, that's just the point of the different weapons, depending on what you're trying to do. You know, that thing that keeps popping up there is called a Fishmon, parody of Pokemon. And basically, as the game goes on every week, you get contacted by one of the many insane NPCs, and he tells you about a special fish that's down here that has special conditions to both find and catch. Like, some of them require special weapons, some of them only turn up at night, like the one he's telling me about now only turns up at night. Depth restrictions, light restrictions, you gotta use special things to catch them. It's a whole myriad of things to do, but that's the game, you know? If you wanna 100% it, if you wanna make that NPC happy, you gotta do the crazy Fishmon catches. There's an achievement, whatever they're called in Steam, I think they're achievements. This game is on everything too. It was finally ported to Switch. I think it's on PlayStation. Yes, they celebrated the PlayStation launch just last month or something like that. Yeah, that was how it popped up on my screen. It was like, oh, everybody's cares about this game I've been caring about the whole time. That's great news for them. Anyway, it's on everything, but there's an achievement for catching 5 of the Fishmon, which requires you to take at least 5 in-game weeks worth of activity. Unfortunately, I beat the game in about 4, and I blew it 1 week. So I am down a couple of Fishmon for that achievement, and I don't know if I'm going to do it. Because, again, it's like I got to do a night dive in a very specific way, and I'm not about that life anymore. I'm about using my gravity gun on tiny fishes because it's funny. You didn't even die. Now you're dead. Alright. So my inventory's full, which is, that happens, but you learn. Here, I'll tell you about the rock mechanic, right? So here's the rock. You can pick one up. You get gloves to do this. You don't start with the ability to do this. And then you can drop it on stuff. You can use it as a weapon on some of the bigger fish, which is great, but generally speaking, it's not a viable option for like combat. It's just some of the fish really require you to drop a rock on them if you want to catch them. Anyway, you can imagine what happens when I get my crab traps. I'll leave them. You guys don't need to see that. And if you do, shout out in the comments below. I will definitely do a crabbing episode. I'll definitely do an episode on just catching a particular type of fish. I love this game. I cannot get enough of this game. Oh, you can gravity well them? Hold the phone. Oh man, the performance in the sea village is going to be bad. That sucks. I didn't think about that possibility. So I might drop the resolution even another point, but I just want to try one thing, because there's definitely a big fish up here I can use this trap. Well, he might get me though, so let me see if there's some health. There was some health over here, right? No, this is cooking related. There's some health. What is it? Mayo! It'll make more sense, trust me, when you see the restaurant. That stuff will make more sense, but... so if I put you guys in the well, I gotta kill one of them cute things, so... Hold on a moment, fam. There's a cute thing. I hope I didn't just run out of hard drive space. That's what could have just happened. I bumped the video quality. I deleted a bunch of files, so it shouldn't be that bad, but now I'm really, really, really worried. So I'm going to get out of here. We're going to try and get to the Sea People Village and get back to the boat and end this dive, because now I'm really, really worried about the fate of this recording, and I'd hate for that to happen today. But that being said, it would be very easy to do it again, because as you can see, Dave is a very repeatable experience. Like, this is all you do, and if you don't want to or you want to do more of it, you just do more or less of it. The story will be like nudge you, be like, dude, you need to get back in the ocean and visit. But seriously, if you just want to hang out in the restaurant and do restaurant stuff, it's totally like, this guy sucks. But got bombs, right? There's so many fun. Wow, I didn't even die. It's a tough little fishy. Come here. Dude, there you go, dead fish. All right, let's go to the Sea People Village. Hopefully the performance isn't too bad. Hopefully I didn't just lose this recording, because I do have a time limit. I'm going on vacation. You unlock the Sea People about a quarter of the way through the game. They start showing up, but you don't actually unlock their village as a thing to do until you're about halfway through the game. And then in the village is basically like another half worth of game worth of content. Like, there's NPCs in here. Oh, the performance isn't that bad. But it's huge, and you swim so slowly. So you have to rent this little beluga to get around quickly, and it's still not super fast. But the beluga version is a bop. The normal version gets on your nerves so fast. You hear it for so long because it takes so long to get around in here. Anyway, in here is all the same stuff as the rest of the game. There's mini games in here, there's people to talk to, there's stores. So like, this guy has a whole different set of like a pricing structure for the things that you find in the ocean from your regular store, which is clutch, because you can use him, so he can you can trade things in easy for other things versus the other store. You understand where I'm going with that. Anyway, I'm kind of freaked out about the recording. I've been playing Ayuden. I think I might need those, but I don't need nothing. I'm just, just wanted them. So like, now that I got that kind of cash from those, I can turn those into fragments, which is what the weapon guy needs to upgrade my weapons. Anyway, I wasn't supposed to spend that money. It's fine. There's a whole nother farm down here. Like, I was getting pop-ups that my farm is ready down here. So that's why I don't grab a lot of stuff in the sea anymore. Because most of the things that grow in the sea, you eventually get the ability to grow down here in the Sea People Village. I ain't got no seeds left, but I spent my money. That's why I was supposed to spend my money. Anyway, now I'm super overloaded and super slow, so I'm actually just going to go back to the surface, and we're going to break this recording, and I'm going to flippity-floppity-floop you guys. And the next time we pick this up, I may not even be home. I may be on the road, or maybe it'll be next week. We'll see. But that's when I'll cover an afternoon dive, and I'll go even deeper. Even deeper is where, like, there's much more combat heavy, much more scary fish, etc. Like, that's what the glacial area is. So, When you're done, you hit those escape pods or you hit the mirror, whatever, it takes you back to the boat, and that's the conclusion of the experience, like that particular dive. That also happens if you die. If you die, you don't get to keep your stuff, but if you live, then you keep everything, which is why, if it starts to get hairy, just escape. Don't stick around. Anyway, once you're back on the surface, those are the things I caught in my net. You can keep them on your person because you can take them to the Sea People Village and you can race them. There's seahorse races, and it's based on the fish you catch. Anyway, dive log, everything you did, everything you got. You get the thumbs up from Bancho, that's the sushi cook. You get the thumbs up from the fish joint, and that's it. So, shout outs to you for watching. As always, this has been Dave the Diver. Flibbity, flobbity, flip. Please play this game. Please play this game. This is the coolest game. Flibbity, flobbity, flip.